Thank you for inviting me to the 2025 Fidic Asia Pacific webinar. I'm very happy to share my talk about opportunities and challenges of AI in construction today. Unfortunately, because of unavoidable schedule conflict today, I'm delivering my talk through recording. However, I'll be available for any comments and questions via email, which I will share at the end of my talk. I would appreciate for your understanding of my circumstances. Today, I would like to talk about how AI is being applied in the construction industry and what opportunity it offers and what challenges we face. While a wide range of AI technologies are being adopted across the construction industry, today I would like to focus on two technologies: computer vision, which is already widely used, and large language models, which are beginning to be introduced into practice. Let's begin with the computer vision. Computer vision is already being widely used in construction for worker behavior recognition, equipment monitoring, material quality management, by analyzing real-time images or videos from CCTV. It could enhance safety and efficiency on construction sites. Here are some example videos demonstrating these applications. As you can see in these clips, computer vision is frequently applied to detect safety incompliance, workers' risky behaviors, and stroke-by risks with the equipment. By automatically identifying such risks, it enables immediate interventions and prevent accidents on site. Here are two most successful applications of computer vision in construction safety. The left video shows the application that uses smartphone cameras to detect whether workers are wearing PPE properly. This highlights how computer vision techniques can be easily implemented even on smartphone system. The right one shows the equipment collision prevention technology that uses AI camera to detect approaching workers. This technology brought a great success in reducing stroke-by accident in construction and other industries. However, despite the advances in computer vision, significant challenges still exist. One of the biggest challenges is the gap between research and practice. For example, many research studies using computer vision reported very high accuracy in detecting PPE incompliance in construction. However, when these models are deployed in real-world application, performance drops significantly. In South Korea, surveillance camera systems integrated with computer vision are widely used, but as our research team investigated their real-world performance, we found that their false alarm rates are very high. For example, in one job site, our team observed 11 events of PPE incompliance were reported during 3 months, but only 4 of them were correct alarms. Other events like a worker's fall were worse. All the alarms were false. Why does this gap between research and real-world application exist? The critical reason is the lack of training data. In general AI research and industry applications, dataset used for model development typically contain hundreds of thousands to millions of images. However, for construction-specific applications, only tens of thousands images are available as a training data. Despite the vast number of construction projects carried out over the years, most of data has only been collected and stored rather than being prepared for AI training. Preparing training data for AI requires extensive manual efforts, including data cleaning, annotation, and standardizations. Such a high cost of preparing training data set critically impact the performance in real-world application of computer vision in construction. Recently, the spotlight in AI has started to shift from computer vision to large language model. Many of you may already be familiar with the popular LLMs such as ChatGPT, Gemini, Llama, and Claude. These models are already being widely adopted across the industries. It can do linguistic tasks like translation, text generation, and help reasoning and decision making also. Given their remarkable capabilities, there is a growing interest in applying LLM to the construction domain as well. Many companies and research teams try to develop a specialized LLM model for various construction works. These are examples of LLMs recently developed by various construction companies in South Korea. For example, LLM is being used for big data processing for plant industry, contract analysis, site inspection, and employee support through Q&A interfaces. By applying LLMs in these areas, companies could automate complex tasks, reduce work time, improve decision making, and optimize their workflow. Of course, LLM is not yet capable of fully replacing human expertise in practical work, but demand and interest are rapidly growing to seek smarter solutions. As we have seen in the previous slide, LLMs offer significant opportunities in the construction industry. However, this brings up an important question. How well do these LLM models actually understand and utilize construction knowledge or data? Can you fully trust current LLMs to handle critical construction tasks and apply them reliably in the industry? From this slide on, I will present examples and evaluation results showing how well existing LLMs comprehend construction data and how effectively they perform reasoning in construction domain. To evaluate how well LLMs performs in the construction domain, my research team categorized the assessment into 4 major areas: construction terminology, drawing interpretations, domain-specific knowledge, expert-level reasoning. One of the biggest challenges in this assessment was the lack of the benchmark data set. So our team developed a new benchmark data set to evaluate LLM's performance in construction. This data set, we called KOCEM, includes multiple choice Q&A sets selected from various exams, including professional certification test in architecture and construction. We ensure an objective and quantifiable assessment of how well LLMs understand construction knowledge and reasoning. The following slides present the LLM models used in our evaluation. We tested widely used models, including ChatGPT from OpenAI, and Gemini from Google, and Claude, and Llama and Lava from Meta. Additionally, we included Korean specialized models such as Eve and Blossom. This slide shows the overall evaluation result of the tested LLM models. We observed different performance patterns depending on the types of dataset used. Overall, model performed well on domain terminology and domain knowledge tasks, but weaker performance in reasoning and blueprint interpretation tasks. Evaluation results revealed that the LLM performed well in certain areas but struggled in others. One of the strength area is domain-specific knowledge. Most LLM models appear to have already learned basic construction-related knowledge, showing consistently high in tasks that require factual recall. Next area is domain-specific terminology. Overall, LLMs perform well in recognizing and understanding construction-related terms. However, the models like Llama, which have not been trained on Korean data, showed weaker performance in this category. Now moving on to the weaknesses observed in our evaluations. The first major weakness is drawing interpretations. Most LLMs still struggle with the blueprint analysis, particularly when it comes to reading locations and interpreting numerical values and linking annotations to the specific design elements. Another challenge is expert-level comprehension, such as quantity estimation. Some models specialized in STEM-related problems, for example, Claude, tend to perform well. However, as the number of the reasoning steps increases, the likelihood of errors rises exponentially. These weaknesses indicate that while LLMs are strong in processing factual knowledge, they still struggle with the complex project sequencing and decision-making processes in construction. So here's a summary of challenges of LLM in the construction industry. They still have clear limitations in certain areas. They struggle with the drawing interpretations, calculations, and construction-specific reasoning. Additionally, they often refuse to answer or request additional information, which, while reducing misinformation risks, it can also limit their usability in real-world applications. To overcome these challenges, we need to develop task-specific applications and enhance domain knowledge learning through methods like fine-tuning or retrieval-augmented generation. By addressing these limitations, LLMs can be more effectively integrated into practical construction workflow. Today, I shared opportunities and challenges of computer vision and LLM in construction. I would like to conclude by highlighting what's needed for future construction AI. First, data availability and quality enhancement. Expanding and refining construction-specific dataset is essential for improving AI performance. Reasoning-based problem solving. AI should adopt multiple-step reasoning to handle complex construction challenges. Interpretability and trust. AI must not only provide result, but also explain its reasoning clearly, ensuring better decision making. That will be all. Thank you for your attention. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to contact me by email. Thank you.